we I this gonna be the first time I come on live without showing. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We
She
are
talking to real
live,
black
gentlemen.
men. You heard me? She talking to real black men. That's it. Is what it is.
You guys, welcome to another impromptu He's Speaking. That's
So
what
wait,
I'm calling
it just
this.
showed me you was live, bro.
Hmm?
I wasn't lying.
Oh, we live.
We live now.
We live now. Definitely. He's like, bye.
No, he ain't going nowhere. He trying to hide his face.
Yeah, I'm here.
Peace and
Well,
blessings. Peace and blessings. It's a privilege, my privilege, to be a part of this. And you know what I'm saying. With one of the most electrifying, one of the most caring, because I think y'all see Fundi Fee. I think when people come on her channel, they see Fundi Fee as tough. They don't see her sensitive side. They don't see the person in between. But she's my sister, and I thank you so much. You hear me for coming on your panel.
it's my pleasure. Y'all needed to say something. You couldn't
Oh,
get
we
your
got we,
thing.
we got some things to say today. You hear me? We here to talk. We here to talk. We're gonna talk about black people, melanated, and I may not say black people. I want to say brown because we're not black. I want people to understand that black is nothing more than just a color. It's not even a color, to be honest with you. A human can't be black. A human is another shade. So I'm Peanut Nola 504. This is my brother, Mr. 504, and we're gonna talk about the way we treat our sisters. We're gonna talk about a segment that I wanted to talk about. Mr. 504, how you doing, bro?
What's up, E? What's going on, Peanut?
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Can you
about.
hear me?
How long you been married, man?
We can hear you, bro.
17 years. I've been
17
with her
years.
17.
I've been married for over
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years. And oh yeah, I want to ask you, what is the problem with the black man and choosing the black woman? And why the black man, when he get famous and he feels like he's at another level, that he chose to go with other nationality. I want to say others. I want to say others because at the end of the day, what makes women, what makes our black woman the queen, some call queen, and I like to say chiefess? Why do we sit there and ignore that? And
Which
what
you
aggravates the black man? What aggravates the black man with a black woman?
well, you gonna tell you like this. I never dated outside my race. I always dated a sister. First of all, and like I said, I've been with my wife for 17 years, bro. And everybody know that's a long time. And I don't know what it is to date outside my race, but I believe the guys who turn and date other races, either they've been scorned or something had to happen to them to want to turn their back on a sister, or either they don't understand how to deal with a sister. Because sometimes men think, oh, if I did this right here, she she easy, she ain't gonna ask no question, she ain't gonna do this and that. But they scared to be with a sister because she gonna be on them. You can't run no a real woman. You ain't running no circles on a real woman. A real sister, you ain't gonna do it. See, a lot of them, their mindset be all messed up too. You see what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm not that. I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that one
I
because
I, I kind of think
it's
that
nothing like a sister. I don't care what it is.
I kind of think that what happens is that when it talks about the mentality, Funavi, and I think about the mentality of separation. And when we talk about black men, black men has a problem with black women. It comes from their mother. They see their mother in a situation of their mother bring in has been type of men. Their mother bring in men that are not worthy, the quote unquote thug. And they feel if the mother would tolerate ignorancy, and they feel that the mother, that they don't want that kind. And I think that we experience so much as children. I'm a father that is married. I've been married now for over 20 years. And I come from a mother of a had my mother had 4 children. She had 4 children, and she was a single mother. And I think what happens is we look as a son, and we look to our mothers, and we see how our mothers were degraded by other men, and we tend to want something better. And we look at our own race, and we degrade our own race. And I think what the problem is with a black man is we have to look beyond that. We have to look at the struggle, at the system. The system has destroyed us as a whole. And I have to be honest with you. The system has destroyed us as a whole. It makes us hate our black woman.
Facts, facts.
And our black woman is the queen of all queens. And until we understand you, if you hate your black woman, you hate yourself. If you hate your, I always talk
That
about you
is
hate your
true,
own mother.
bro.
You hate your own mother. We have a lot of black men that have insecurities with their own selves due to their mother. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of men who have a lot of vengeance towards their own mother. They are angry towards their own mother, and they treat the new lady. They treat their own their girlfriend, their wives horribly because of what their mother has tainted them with. So, what do you think about that, my brother?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't see my volume moving on the side. Yeah, I did, baby. Yeah, and I agree with you with that, bro. I just said something had to happen for them to turn their back on a sister. Maybe a sister probably, maybe they probably got cheated on by a sister. Something, they probably been with a sister. They probably feel like they had a baby with her. They came into that business. If something had to happen, something had to trigger them to turn their back. Let me tell you something. Me personally, bro, ain't nothing like a sister. Now, no disrespect to no other nationalities, none of that there. Because like I say, I never dated outside my race. But me personally, I'm speaking from my experience with a sister. And like I say, it's a slap in the face when all these football players and basketball players go and run and marry other nationality when they all say the first thing come out their mouth about a sister is they too loud, they ghetto, they this and they that. But as a man, a real man, you should be able to adapt and adjust and explain to your lady, look, baby, this is how you want to carry yourself.
But you know, it's a shame that we listen. We're talking about the black woman being too loud, but we don't talk about the Latino woman being loud. We talk about a black woman being loud, but we don't talk about the Caucasian woman being loud. We always try to proclaim the black woman as being the beast, and it's sad to
Right.
me. It's sad to me
But you
that we
know,
degrade our black women. We put them to certain standards. I don't
That's true.
understand why our black woman has to be to a certain standards where then we don't hold the other women to another standard
Because
because of
their
what.
Right.
anger, other
Go ahead.
women's anger is exotic. Our anger isn't exotic. As a matter of
Right.
fact, on another
On the
level,
poach.
a lot of people
On
say
the
that
poach.
our anger isn't even justified. But let that sister with that small accent, oh, no disrespect to my Spanish sisters, but that's exotic. Oh my God. Oh, black woman get mad. It's what's wrong with her now?
That's right.
But you know what's
That's
crazy
right.
too? I blame and it's not just us personally. You gotta blame hip hop too because it plays a role in this too because they with hip hop it it trains the young dudes up until oh she ain't nothing but a bitch, she ain't nothing but a hoe, that ain't nothing, you dig? But when you say she nothing but a bitch in the hoe, you degrading the sister, and other people hear that, so when they feel like, well, hell, he don't have respect for her, why should I have respect for her? You see, and that's why I say we have to start back, taking the community back, and show the sisters that you are appreciated. You are more. You are not a bitch. You are not a whore. You are a queen. You should be a. You should be adored. You know, and then why I say it starts in the household because when you just have a see a young ladies is not used to hearing their daddy say you a queen, you adorable, I love you, and things like that. Then they go out and find a man and and looking for what they looking they have daddy issues and trying to go look for a man. They're gonna get that fixed with a but now it ain't like that. That's why I say as a man you should be able to stand there and take care of your daughters need you as a man. Don't get me wrong, they need the little boys need their daddy, but the guys, but the young ladies, the daughters need their daddy. They need their dads to help because why? The daddy is going to show the daughter what kind of man to go out and marry. Because if she go get, she go if she see love, compassion, and everything in the household, and I love you and this, she gonna go out and find a man just like her daddy.
We're living in the era where people frown upon marriage. We live in an era where people look down upon marriage and they look at marriage as just being. I never seen so many people who marry and it be like two years, it'd be like 3 years and I'm gone, or even like 8 months and I'm gone, and they have not experienced. They're so much infatuated with being with the big weddings. Most people who get married with big weddings, they want everything else, but they don't want the commitment. You want to look pretty at the altar, but you don't understand the commitment of marriage. Marriage is a disciplined thing. Marriage is a disciplined thing, and we don't look to the ancestors. That's the problem with our melanated black people who are indigenous to this land. We don't look to the ancestors. We don't understand there were people before us, and we can only grow. The only way we can grow is listening as our founders have taught us. And the problem is we have Project Love. We got people who said that our parents was too hard on them, ass whippings was too hard on them, so they would like to get the easy way out in life. That's the problem. We want
And,
an easy way out in life.
and that's what that's exactly anything working anything that's working for is worth having. And I mean to say this. They got people that paid thousands of dollars to get married and don't even last 6 months. But yet, you got people that go down to just a piece to get married for about 10, 15, $20. They had the most happiness than ever. Last long, 30, 40, 60 year marriage. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about the people. Because you guys think about it like this too, bro. I'm going to hurt some people's feelings when I say this. I'm going to hurt some people's feelings. So, in fact, with me, it's facts over feelings. Check this out. And what I'm going to tell you can be look at reality today, okay? How can I put this in a nice way?
Don't
You
put it
know,
in a nice way. Just put it.
No, just say
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
try
hear
to
it.
to
clean.
be
I'm gonna
nice.
clean it up a little bit. No, because okay, it comes down to Okay, it comes down to the people in the relationship. You have some people that's married today that was only supposed to be in your life for one night only. You see what I'm saying? People come in your life as seasons. Everybody that comes in your life is there
Preach
to
it,
teach you
brother.
something. Everybody coming in your life is supposed to teach you something. You're not supposed. They got some people right now married today ain't supposed to be together but one night. You see what I'm saying? And people today don't want to work hard for their relationship. The first big argument they have, oh, I'm packing my stuff, I'm out of here. But get mad when she move on and go find Mr. Johnny up the street who Mr. Right. Now you gonna come back with talk about this? Nah, you had your opportunity. That's why I say I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm be 100 with you. I've been with my woman 17 years, but I'd be a damn fool to lie and sit on this panel and lie and say it been all peaches and cream.
That's right.
Because if you find two people who say I have a perfect relationship, that's two motherfuckers who lying to themselves. And like I
Well,
say,
that's a,
and,
what
and, and
that was a product, my brother. It was a product of Jada Pinkett. It's a product of Will Smith. And when we understand, and these are some of the things I want you to understand, is that we look so much into celebrity. We think that these people are goddess and gods, and we look at them on a higher level. But what we don't understand is that these people are human before that. Now, I don't think that Jada and Will thought that August would be a bitch. I don't think that they thought he was going to be a bitch. Now, they were separated. Now, what you have to understand is this on this level is this: rich people love to be rich, they love to build.
facts,
And
facts.
these people never love these. They, for some reason, at some point in their life, they don't love each other. They're living only on clout. They're only living on money. So don't deceive yourself when you watch Kanye West and Kardashian. It's obvious that that um that this young lady is trying to divorce this man. It's obvious
Dude,
that at some point in their lives that something has happened. And I want you to understand that all these people don't they remove themselves with the foundation of the most high. And I'm telling you this, I have been married over 20 years. There are more lows than there are highs. You are going to go through a lot of things that you're not going to be happy with your spouse. When you really move in with somebody, everything is good when you're dating them. When you're dating somebody, everything is good. But when you marry, things change. When a person is trying to change your life, you have to be willing to allow somebody to make that to change you, whether it's good or bad. And sometimes a person will change you for their liking. Sometimes a person will change you for their liking. And I want you to understand this. So when you're being married, and marry is for the long haul, understand that you in it for the long haul. You're not in it for a couple of minutes. And understand that nobody, if you see your wife or you see your husband lacking in size, you see that they are fat, you see that person does not look healthy, you buy them membership to go to the gym. You support them. You don't put them down, you support them. Because you are a failure as a man and a woman when your marriage don't succeed. That's my opinion. But you go ahead, Mr. 504, brother.
but my thing is though too, brother. It's like you know, you ain't some things you have to. It's okay when you move in, like you say, it's just you and your significant, whether it's male or female. But the pot thickens when a kid becomes involved. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, okay, I grew up without a father. So I know how that emptiness, that void feels to grow up without a father. And when my daughter got to be 6 or 7 years old, I told her, I'm never gonna leave your life. Even when I'm dead and gone, I'm still gonna be your dad. I'm not gonna never leave your life. And when you people be so quick to give up and give up, but you gotta think about it. What? How does a lot of kids get mad with the parents when they separate or divorce or something because they feel like they don't love them. They didn't fight for them to keep their family together. And then people take in consideration and think about the kids' feelings when they just want to break up. You have everybody's feelings involved with this situation. And that's why I say you have to sit down and think and be grown and see anybody can have a baby. Anybody can have a baby. But it takes a parent to raise a child. You can go outside and watch cats have babies all the time. You see what I'm saying? But it takes that mother cat to nurture and raise that child, show them how to hunt, and show them how to be
That's right.
a hunter and fend for your life when I'm not around. And I tell people all the time, when you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, they are a representation of you when you're not around. Your wife gonna represent you when you're not around, and you gonna represent your wife when she not around, and your kids gonna represent you when you not around. But at
That's
the end
right.
of the day, you can't get bottled down with just work, 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 and lose who you are. You have to take time out to take, oh, babe, let's go out on this date this weekend or that weekend to remember what how y'all used to be before it was this, because yeah, you can lose interest in a relationship. That's why they got a lot of people getting divorced, this, and this. But you can't be greedy out here because you see a new little woman over here and you want to tamper with that. That ain't love. That's lust. That's temptation. But at the end of the day, if this is who you want, if this is who you want, this is who you want to be with, you be with that person. Now, if you and your wife sit down, you say, "Look, babe, I don't want to cheat on you. You know, if they got, I don't want to cheat on you. I just want to have sex with her." If she say, "Okay, babe, let's go get her and bring her home," that's all y'all. That's what y'all do behind closed doors. So that way, everybody happy. You see what I'm saying? And if, I ain't gonna do with nobody. But if that's your person, that's what you want to do. That's all on you. It's how you handle your relationship. Everybody have different strokes for different folks. But at the end of the day, if you be honest with one another, your relationship will be better. You see what I'm saying? And you have to think about everything when you get ready to cheat. The lives you're going to affect, your kids' life you're going to affect, all this plays a role. And you have to be grown in the brain.
But
Because ain't nothing but these little boys.
you know, we have some selfish people. You know,
Exactly.
we have some people that are more about their happiness, and they don't think about, see when you don't think about when you lay in the bed and you screwing with a person. The first thing that you don't
Where you
think
going, baby?
about is the after effect. Having sex is one thing, but see, you was you in it for for the long haul, and we have so many people that get so connected with people so fast, and they don't understand what love is. This social media thing has messed up what love is really about. When we can't even walk up and show your fucking game. There are a lot of people that don't know how to show game. There are a lot of men don't know how to talk to women. They just know the gangster way. They don't know how to experience talking. They don't know how to get on the phone and talk or hold hands or meet a woman in
You good.
person.
Just
Their
transfer your car.
mindset, their mindset of love is through
That ain't
social
home.
media. And as a black man, as a black woman, we have to evaluate ourselves on how we treat each other. If a person can't get your fucking attention, you know, I want you to understand this. And excuse my French on Food and Feast channel. If a
True.
person cannot get your attention, you can't have the time to go to a movie. You can't have the time to have a conversation or a joke. You know that they are in it for one reason or one reason only. And I want you to understand this. You made the choice to lay with a fucked up person. You made that choice.
True.
And you want to blame other people while your life is fucked up.
What's
You want to
up?
blame other people why you can't prosper. When a person only wants you for a certain thing. And I want you to understand this. You can't evolve until you start really getting your mind right. You can't love somebody until you love yourself. We got a lot of women and men who don't even love themselves. We talk about women. The men are the most are worse than the women. Most of the men don't even love themselves, but they claim to be the man. You gotta love yourself. And that's the thing that goes on in social media. We don't love ourselves and we treat people so badly because we don't love ourselves. It is what it is. You got to love yourself. Once you love yourself, another person will be affected by the love of yourself.
Facts.
Go ahead, brother.
Facts. 100%, man. I'm with you 100% because you gotta remember, you know, I can understand they got. I'm looking at it like this as a bigger picture too. You have to remember there are some guys. There are some guys that feel like some of these guys been abandoned. When they was young. They was they. So a
That's
lot of
right.
these youngsters we have today. A lot of these youngsters today they've been abandoned from birth. Their daddy ran out, so they don't know
They
what
don't
it
know how
means
to
to
treat a
be
woman. Can't even
exactly.
treat
So
themselves.
exactly. So they don't know how to be hunters and stuff like that. If the lights go out today or tomorrow, they don't even know how to fend for themselves. They don't know how to fish. They don't know how to. They don't even know how to work. They want everything given to them. So it takes for us as older guys to show them, but they don't want to listen. You dig? And when I say about abandoned, when I say the kids abandoned, they don't know how they don't know how to show love because they never got love.
A woman don't want a weak man. A woman don't want a feminine man. This is what you got to understand in this time in nature, my brother. They are feminizing our black men. They are masculating our black women. And I said this, remember I called you on the phone and I was telling you that I got on somebody's platform and we had a emasculated black woman who felt that she was only 23 years old and she could tell a 45-year-old man more than what I know. And she felt that she can call me out of my name. And this is what goes on when we have a mother that is raising without a father. And
And
yes, I am a product of a mother without a father. But my mother is old school. See, this is what you don't understand. We have a lot of young ladies who have to understand that you are building a beast. The feminine, I like to say when we are taken away from feminists, the feminist of a woman, and we put it into men, we got more men act like fucking bitches. We
you
got
ain't lying. These
men
niggas,
on social media, men
man,
on social media that act like women more than men.
I'm not gonna lie. These little dudes they got today, they so tender,
They
they
might as well
soft as
take their drawers down and get fucked.
man. These little dudes today, these 2000 baby, these little dudes is so tender, butterhurt. These little dudes is so soft. They soft as angels, soft toilet paper. That's how soft they is. They can't take criticism. They want to run and get a gun. Can't take an ass whipping no more. They
No,
just. I'm like,
no.
and I'm like, where I come from, you have two things. Just like on Friday when Craig Daddy told him, where I come from, you got two things. You got these two hands.
Right?
You're gonna live to fight another day. And that's a true statement because we came up in a time when we ain't had guns like they got today. You gonna fight, y'all gonna fight, and y'all gonna get over it, you're gonna shake hands, you're gonna keep it pushing. You be friends if you don't want to be friends. But I said to say this, man, these little dudes today, they don't want to put the work in, and all they want to do is have sex, make all these babies, don't want to take care of them, and when they're done with the girl, they're done with the baby. It don't go like that. And don't get me wrong, if somebody got to put somebody on child support to make them act right, do it. I say abolish child support because that ain't nothing but a way to keep a man down. You see what I'm saying?
One of the sisters said, mind, body, and soul repair. Says, let's not forget the older tenant ass. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, because I want you to understand
Oh
this. Any
yeah, oh
man
yeah.
that takes the time to sit there and try to belittle black women, and I want you to understand this, because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. If you're fucking guilty, that's your fucking problem. Get mad with me.
I just told you
But
it's
if you
facts
take
over
the
feelings.
time to belittle the black queen, but your fucking Google eyes to the fucking white devil, and use Google eyes to that shit. Now I ain't
And,
saying all white women are devils, by no means. But you will Google your eyes. You will feel flattered over a white woman. But when it comes down to our melanated black sisters, you want to call them bitches and hoes. You want to talk about
exactly.
their project bitches. You want to sit there and belittle them and lower them down to shit that, and I tell you, that is a low self-esteem that comes from you being a bitch, from your mama calling you a bitch.
But let me trip you out though
And you're
too, brother. I'm
mad at
about
your
to,
fucking mama.
and they got some guys out here be looking for a woman to take care of them like their mama would. You
That's
see what
right.
I'm saying? And I'm gonna chip you out how I'm gonna prove this theory wrong about being ghetto and all that because you remember we know I grew up in the Calio projects in New Orleans, born and raised. My wife from New York and she moved to New Orleans. She moved to the project. But if you hear her and see her and listen to how she talk, you wouldn't have never even knew we grew up in the projects because when you move out that environment you tend to grow. You tend to change who you are. You can't never stay the same person. And if you want to stay the same person, you can't stay around me. Because at the end of
That,
the day, you got to when you know better, you do better.
that's
You see
right.
what I'm saying? And you can't. A lot of guys today can't. When I say they can't take criticism, because that's just like if I'm your manager at the job, and I say, Mr. Peanut Nola 504, hey man, look, you messing up on the job, bro. If I catch you doing this one more time, you know I'm going to write you up. He gonna get you, that person get mad and won't go out there and call me all out my name for me doing my job. Why? Because his mama never, dad never taught him criticism. His
That's
dad never
right.
set him down. His dad never set him down. Look, son, I'm your dad. Look, son, this how you treat a woman. This is what you do to a woman. This is how you make sure she all right. This how you don't hurt a woman feelings. The same way with a with the daughter. Look, you my daughter. Let me tell you something. If a man don't open the door for you, don't lift you up, don't give you a kiss, don't say this, don't do that. Don't. Let me tell you something. Know who you dealing with before you open your legs.
Whoa.
And I say that to say this, man. A woman and a man, a real woman and a real man know what they do, know what they want before they go out there. They got their mind made up. A woman gonna know if she
Very
gonna give you
true.
a woman gonna know a woman gonna know if she gonna give you that coolie cat the first night or not.
That's right.
The same way a man gonna know if he gonna give you the ham sandwich on the first night. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what the games.
I have to sit here and tell y'all because I'm on fire tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all that many times that we sit here and you know me, me and Mr. 504 brother, we talk on Sundays, and me and Sister Food Defeat, Food Defeat drops in a lot of times. So shout out to Sister Food Defeat for allowing us to come on her platform. I want to sit here and tell you that this is a legend that I'm under. It's a legend. That's not many women I call master.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
and I can sit here and tell you that she's deserved to be called master.
But
It's
I
my
do
And
want to hear. I do.
oh yeah, oh yeah, you're gonna hear a
I
lot.
I just want to hear the sister point of view. And if I'm wrong, chastise me. Let me know I'm wrong because. Like I always tell people, I don't tell you what Mr. Riley or across the street told me. What I'm telling you and I'm saying out my mouth tonight, and you hear out my mouth is what I've been through. You see what I'm saying? This is not what somebody told me yesterday up the road. No, everything I'm telling you out my mouth is what I've been through and what I know and what I observed. Because at the end of the day, like I say, I don't have sons. I have daughters. And when you have a daughter, it brings a certain side out of you. You could be all macho, camacho, all you want, but when you have a daughter, you get compassionate. You get it make a little small part of you turn soft because 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 you can't go to her all rough like you would with your boy. You can go and slap your boy across the head like, oh, boy, I gotta tell you go clean that, take that trash out. No, with a daughter, you got to readjust, rethink, aggravate, and take your time with her because you don't want to hurt her feelings. You
That's
see what
right.
I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have to pick and choose your battles with your kids on how you gonna approach them on certain matters. You see what I'm saying? And the way you choose and talk to your daughter is gonna go a long way with her. Prime example of what I mean. My first daughter, she gone out the house, she come back, visit, she pregnant or whatever, whatever. But she seen me work so much now. She saw me work coming when she was growing up. All I did was work, 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 which I do now. She went and got a boy. Now he has a job. You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
I said to say this. Your child go if your child see your parents in the household working, that's what they gonna want in their life. And like I told my daughter, I said, let me tell you something. I can't pick and choose who you date or who you go with. But if you see Johnny on the corner and you going to school at 7 o'clock, and that same Johnny on the corner when you got out of school, avoid them. Avoid them. That ain't gonna be nothing but pain and heartache and aggravation. I'm telling you what the game is. I'm giving it to you now. And that's why I say women, women, a lot of these guys lead, a lot of these guys follow y'all lead. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, women like to be dominant and all that stuff, but let me tell you something, it's all into who you date want to be dominant. Because they got some women lead want the man to lead. You see what I'm saying? And they got some that I feed off my old lady energy. You see what I'm saying? So that's no such thing as dominance and all that between me and her. I feed off her energy. We come to an agreement. We say, hey, I need you to, like a promise. I was on vacation this week, last week. I said, damn, man, I could have stayed at work and got paid. I'm working around the house. But it's all the stuff that I shouldn't be upset because why? We in the house together. See, when you in the house together with a woman, she just have to ask you to wash the dishes, wash the clothes, start the clothes out. Then some guys find that gay because you got to wash the clothes and wash it. As a woman, there's no such thing as a woman's job. You try getting pregnant and push a baby out your little wee wee hole, and then you then go talk to the sister. Then you go talk to her about being a mother. Because let me tell you something. I tried being a mother for my wife when she was sick, and I couldn't wait till she got healed. Because for a simple reason, being a parent, a mother, I tip my hat off to them women, man. Because for a simple reason, you don't know the struggles what a woman go through as a single parent. Man, I didn't know it was that. I had to experience it when my wife was sick. But I'm like, damn, man, I'm sorry. I ain't, like, woo, 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 I'm sorry. I took this for granted. I did that because when the shoe's on the other foot, you start seeing things from a different perspective. You be like, oh, this is what they do 24/7. This, and this. Uh, I'm like, this is what they do 24/7. And every day, every day, every day, wash the clothes, wash the dishes, get the kids to school, pick the kids up, get them dressed, comb them hair. Oh, we just be sitting there like, yeah, baby. Nah, it's a job on top of a job, and some got to go to work on top of the job. You see what I'm saying? So I don't do my wife like that and be like, I know if we in here together, there's no such thing as 50, 90, 10, and none of that. Miss me with all that 50,
The
50,
perception,
90,
my
10
brother, my
rule.
brother, my brother, the perception of a black woman is lazy. The way that they put black women is being lazy and it's far fetched. Black women are the nurturing of the world.
Right.
Black women
Believe it or
has
not.
throughout history has taken care of white people. They have raised white people. I really get upset when I hear how we treat our black women as a whole, as the national media put us, because they only see one side, Master Funifee. They see the one side in everything. They don't see the big picture of black women.
Yes, sir.
And black women are used as bait, as evil. When black women is I want to say, is the being of the earth. Without black women, there's no black man. And black men got to they have to back off with their ego. See, the
Oh
problem is
yeah,
a lot of us black men don't understand that. How could you hate a black woman when it was that same black woman who made your ass? I don't
exactly.
understand, when I heard a brother talk about a woman on food stamps, talk about a woman who have so many kids. And you notice men who talk bad about black women have flaws themselves.
Oh
Within
You
yeah.
have
that
to
part,
understand
with
they have undercover flaws. They never married. Think about this. I want you to understand this. The men that talk so horrible about black women, they never married. They're always either sleeping with up in their mom's house, you know,
trying
or
trying
they
to
either
outlive trying to trying
say,
to outlive
yeah,
them.
yeah, got their own house by themselves. You have to understand this. I want you to understand the psychological part about these things. Because most of these motherfuckers hate themselves. Most of these motherfuckers hate themselves. Most black men who down the black queen hate themselves.
True,
Because
true.
there was something that was missing, be it wrong or right, something that was missing very young. Very young. So when you hate the queen that spit your fucking ass out and uplift the demons, I think you got to find something wrong with yourself. Because there's nothing wrong with the black woman. I think it's totally something wrong with you. Because we have a lot of men who live on past dreams. We got guys who talk about their sports dreams. They used to be a football player. They, you and I. Oh, they talk about high school. They talk about their high school life. We got a lot of people who live in dementia problems. Talking about their high school life, and we have brothers who talk about their college life, whatever the fuck makes they dick get hard. But you have to understand this: that most of these motherfuckers have insecurity with themselves. It's a syndrome with themselves.
Right.
They will be mad at their own mothers. They will take it out on the blacks. So I never understood Fundifi, a black athlete who went through the struggle, a sister who went through the struggle with your ass, who put up with your fucking trifling ass, and then you decide, Fundi, that you need to go get you a bunny because you
And
a
you know
weak
what?
motherfucker.
Well,
And I'm not talking about all white people who black men who end up with white women. I'm not gonna say that because some of them just fall in love. But I'm talking about a lot of weak ass
Man,
black men who cannot stand to be with a black woman
well,
because
in
they're
his
weak.
mind, he went from a mule to a thoroughbred.
a canine.
You know, the mule was good for all the work that needed to be done to get him where he was going, to carry his load, to make up for whatever shortcomings he had. But as soon as he got where he was going, the mule got put out the pasture and the thoroughbred got bought.
Wow.
Dude, he don't. They don't even know. They don't even know, bro. That they don't even know that. All these brothers that's running around here marrying these white women and stuff. They don't even much know that they white woman not even 100% real. So not only that you
Wow.
gotta, not only
Here we
that you
go.
gotta,
Here we go. Here we go.
not not only that you got a mixed breed, you don't even have a 100% real woman. But you laid up with her at night thinking you got a real woman. You see what I'm saying? But then you gonna turn your back and disrespect the real woman. You
Well,
see what I'm saying?
504, that's the thing. He went from a thoroughbred to a mule and
Yeah,
didn't
sis.
know it. But when you take your thoroughbred and you run it in the ground, You don't take care of it. You don't feed it properly. You don't water it properly. You don't care for it properly. You don't brush its mane. You don't braid its tail. You don't clean out the stall. You don't tell it every now and again you freaking love it. Yeah, your thoroughbred will look like a mule after a while, and that mule will look like a thoroughbred. And that's
Uh,
what happens. And the
well,
mule gets to ride on everything that the thoroughbred did for that man. And then when he
Because
die, guess who gets his estate?
huh, they
well,
don't want to talk
well,
about that.
Sister
Oh, they
Full
don't want
Defeat.
to talk about that.
Sir,
Sister Full Defeat. And I sit here and I tell you, you know, for those who see the sister, look at your features, sis. Look at your nose. Look at my nose. And I want people to understand that what I'm about. Okay.
Uh-oh, here
I,
we
I,
go.
oh, here we go. Cause
Here we go.
I, the
That door
Aborigine
open.
man go. You know it is what it is. But I want you to understand this. Most black people that are here in America are ashamed to be here in America, and they want to be somewhere else, which is understandable because America has not been great for our black people. It has not been great. All this bullshit with Donald Trump or make America great. America has been really bad as we know. But let's talk about the history before the settlers, Christopher Columbus came. And I want you to
You talking about
understand what I.
1412?
Oh yeah, I want you to notice that there were people here. There were people here before this. So it's no secret that she's dealing with an Aboriginal person who talks this shit. And I want you to understand this. You want to be proud of Africa. I'm cool with that. You want to be proud of Pan African theory. I'm cool with it. But I want you to understand is this. What's wrong with you? Because it's food to feed, 504 brother, and all y'all, 300 slaves, whatever you want to put on this boat. And I want you to visualize some of the shit I'm telling you. And we all have to piss and shit. We all have to have, if we are female, we have to have administration. We have to have a period. You don't think some kind of disease would happen? Do you really believe after 2 months of sailing from Africa to America that it's possible? And I want you to understand this, that it's possible that we all come from Africa. See, you want to be pushed out of your own land. You want to be a part of Wakanda. You want to be a part of a superhero. You made this superhero. They had Superman. They had all these other people. But what about the ancestors? And I hear Sister Fundi Fee talk about a lot on her page about the ancestors. Why don't we glorify our ancestors instead of superheroes? Why don't we talk about the people who died before us?
Well, yeah, I'm welcome to that conversation.
If you look at the bone structures, you look at my nose, you look at my cheekbones, you look at this sister here, you look at this brother when he showed his face, you will understand that it's not a color, it's a structure.
Right.
That when you look at the African people, they confuse you.
So
Africans can
did.
come to, Africans can come to America, get a job. A real African can come here, become a doctor, a
Cab
lawyer,
driver.
whatever he wants to. He can actually evolve. But an American from Turtle Island, where is he evolving?
Hmm,
Where is the
immigrant.
black man that is evolving in America? We study begging the white man. We study begging for everything from the white man. And I want you to understand what I'm telling you. If the white man give you food stamps, black man, you happy. If the black man, if the white man give you welfare, you happy. But your lives, and I want you to understand that everything that you got, you should not be working for. Because nature give it to you This land is your land. This is your land. You were
No,
born on this soil, and this is your land.
a
And you
lot of
want
them don't
Africa.
even.
Go ahead, brother.
A lot of them don't even much know. I know the Constitution doesn't apply to us, but you gotta, like Johnny Cochran always said, you gotta learn the system and then beat them at it. You see what I'm saying? And I
And
say to
that's
say
why they
this.
took his life real quick, but
That's
that's
right.
neither here nor
Hello,
there.
hello, hello. After he got OJ off for that murder, it was over for him. But I said to say this: a lot of people don't even much know in the Constitution. It tell you us as indigenous people, we're not even supposed to be paying taxes.
Right.
If you look in the Constitution, it tell you corporations pays tax. Are you a corporation? Are you a business?
Well,
So why
you
are you
were
paying
when
tax?
they put your name in all caps on that birth certificate.
That's when you became a corporation. And people don't even know when you have a child and you born in this world, you goes into a corporation. They make all money off of you. So you paying taxes twice.
Yeah.
You paying taxes
Rico,
out your check.
Rico told me. I think Rico was saying that the motherland people are delusional, and I think what people don't understand is they say motherland. We never proclaimed to be the motherland. Y'all can have the motherland. We are the grandparents. We are the grandparents. So you can have the motherland. See,
They
what you
must they must
understand
not know this
that it
because this
was
is
what they don't
this,
understand is that the story was told in reverse. See, if you really deep your mind and understand what we're talking about, that these stories that you hear fiction, that's not a fact to anything that Fundi, myself, we could sit here and talk about these things. We were not in these times. But what I can tell you is that the land bases were connected at one time. And I can tell you that the Most High, I didn't just wake out of nowhere. Fundi didn't just wake out of nowhere. 504 brother, he just didn't wake out of nowhere. What is wrong with you people to not understand that this land that we have been here, you have been frozen by the white man. The white man has told you that you come from somewhere else. The white man has told you that you are an immigrant in your own country. That's the white man. The white man, so we have to believe the white man's history. What the queen has taught us, that the queen brought her slaves, brought her prisoners to America. See, they didn't bring good people here, as Donald Trump talk about the Mexican people. They didn't bring their best.
It was their worst.
They brought
This
their
was
worst.
punishment.
This was
Transportation was
punishment.
punishment.
And they allowed these people to come over here for free labor. And they came here, the murderers, the pedophiles. These people came over here, and we were already here. And when you look at, you can't put your fucking mind to believe that you're an Indian because you see mongoloids. You see mongoloids. That's what you see. You see the pretty haired, Pocahontas looking bitch. And that's what your mind is stuck on. You stuck on the cowboy movies.
dude. They don't even know that the Moors ruled Europe for 400 years and the colonizers. They taught the colonizers how to bathe and stuff. They didn't know how to
That's
bathe.
right.
They know how to do. They didn't know how to do nothing. If it wasn't for the Moors, they wouldn't know how to do nothing. Oh, let me guess. They didn't know the Moors was black too. But that's that's a story for another day. But at the
Well,
same
where have
time,
they
though,
gone anywhere where they've known how to do anything?
facts, facts,
They have gone
facts.
nowhere known how to do anything, and that includes the Americas. We wouldn't have a whole Thanksgiving massacre if they knew what they were doing going anywhere. But Isn't that always the plan? You go in as a friend and come out as the victor.
That's right.
What do our people
look what
say?
they
They
doing.
came with they came with the Bible, gave it to us,
Hmm.
and they left with the land.
Woo!
Here you go. Let her speak. I'm quiet now. Let
Woo!
me mute this thing because she about to tear it up now.
I mean, there comes a time when we just have to put the nonsensical stories to the side. How many ships do you really think could come across from Africa to America in that whole time, in that
Purple
little
lover in the
bit
house.
of time? They weren't using motors. They were using wind. And wind like that only comes about once or twice a year. I mean, hell, even from India to Africa, you got to wait for monsoon season. But on the other hand, if you bring a boat over from Africa, just say with 10 Africans on it and supplies, you start in North America, go down the coast, and as you go, you dropping off one African slave, picking up two Aboriginals. You keep doing that as you go down the line, you will
Wow.
displace all of those Aboriginals whole while they're out at sea. They can be told anything. You sick and disoriented. You can be told anything while you're
That's right.
moving to the next port. Now you get to the next port, these liars, because they're already liars and freaking thieves and pirates, they lie about your origin. You go into where you are, nobody can speak your language, so you can't tell anybody who you are. And you got to eat this story. Not only eat the story, your next generation got to eat the story. But you study telling them, we're this, you're not that, we're this. We're Blackfoot, we're Cherokee, we're Tata, we're Pow Pow, we're
Different
Maui,
tribes. Different
all of that.
tribes.
And then you get this big narrative where, ooh, you're an African descendant. Well, hold on. Wait. My great grandmama on both sides told me that we're from a people that we hear right here. And
Right here.
I look at an African's features and them ain't mine. I mean, I lie to you not. I looked on the African continent to try to find the people that look like me. The only people I found was on Madagascar.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So I don't identify. But I come here, I look at the people here in the Americas as a whole. High cheekbones, the Asiatic eyes, the curly hair, the affinity for nature, the need for family, fresh food, fresh water, fresh game, free air.
The land of milk and honey. The land of milk and honey.
I tend to believe that we were just displaced coming down that coast because 2, 3 weeks out at sea can feel like 2 damn months. But little supplies are used for that because bringing 250 slaves for 2 months, you got to feed them. But you coming down the coast, you can pick up food as you go. So I don't know about that. All of us came over on these big old ships because ain't
But
nobody
before,
produced one of them
Master
ships
Food
yet.
Fee, I gotta ask you a question about the Master Food Fee.
Yes, sir.
You can find the
Forgive me.
Titanic, sis. You can find the Titanic boat where they was playing the music and shit as it was falling down into the sea.
You mean the
You
ship
can,
that wasn't supposed to sink?
yes, that was supposed to sink. And you remember, I watched you with that war. That was a badass sequel. With you, girl, you when you talked about that, I'm gonna ask you a question. You can find it, right?
Yeah.
You can find it. You
Yeah.
can find the Confederate history, right?
Yes.
Uh, other than cartoon imagery, where's the slave ships?
Haven't seen one.
This is what when we talk about history and scientists. What scientists are you talking about? Are you talking about scientists that mean the good of the white man? Are you talking about because those people in America does not know that we had pyramids in Cairo, Illinois. that in South America we had several pyramids. Why are the pyramids in America not talked about? And same as
The
Tulsa,
pyramids in
Oklahoma.
America.
Yes, we had thousands of pyramids in America.
Let's talk about the Grand Canyon. Why
Oh
they
yeah,
cut that
all
off?
through this,
Why they
all through
pull the
this.
water out of it?
Oh, you. Oh, well, we want to talk about this stuff because they don't want they want this Wakanda type of the love for Africa, which I have nothing against Africa. I want you guys to understand, but I want you to understand I want you to understand that what people don't understand is you don't know the real history of America. America had so many Jews that you don't understand. If they will drop bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they will eliminate the history of Tulsa, Oklahoma, why wouldn't you think that they wouldn't drop bombs on the pyramids and the things that were in the Grand Canyon when they found the Olmec? The Olmec looks like me and Miss Food Defeat with our big ass noses.
Big ass
So
nose.
I want to that they took a chunk out of to make the bit small. They were so upset because we are the original people. They took the chunk out of the motherfucker.
Well, we wanted to make sure we were represented around the world, so we put it in stone.
Right.
Let people know that we were there. But the Johnny come lately can't handle that. So let's just blow the noses and penises off everything. You can't get rid of us, man. We've written ourselves all over the world.
Every time I seen the sister, I said, man, you represent our people. You heard me? I've been saying this for years. You represent our people. You know what I'm saying? And your
You can find
features
our faces on the moon. Now
everywhere.
what?
And I think now that you're starting to see and what I think even our darkest people who
Thank you.
look just like us. It doesn't matter what the shade, it's the features. That's what I
It's
want
the
you to
features.
understand. It's the features. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Some of us are light, some of us are dark. I have a brother. I want you guys to understand that I got a brother who looks just like Peanut Nola, but he's darker. Come from the same mama, same daddy. He's chocolate. I'm vanilla. That's what we call each other, okay? So I want you to understand that has nothing to do with the color of your skin, okay? So these are things that I try to educate people on. Color has nothing to do with it. It's the features. And Master Food, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Because you've been doing this damn thing for a very long time. And I told you before we had this interview that, man, how do you as a content creator and you've been doing it so long and then you got haters? I think the fact that you're climbing so high and you have climbed so high, and I want you to understand that that's only going to make you greater. Nobody can take the original woman and destroy her. I want you to understand it. So
Yes,
no
sir.
matter what you get from the outside, you can't be destroyed.
Yes, sir.
So that person who tries to make fun of you, said ill bullshit, because it's crazy because man, you're a beautiful queen.
Thank you.
Let me stop that. Chiefess.
Thank you.
You cannot lean. I told my wife all the time, I said, baby, when I first met you, and I gained a little weight. That's what makes you great. You sacrifice your body for me. You gave everything for me. I think what men have to understand is this. It's when our women change, we we don't realize we changed them.
Yeah.
And they are beautiful. And if you can't see it, you're a dumbass bitch. We have flaws also. Would it be nice if our woman talk about our pop bellies? Would it be nice to talk about our flaws? All men have flaws, just as much as women have flaws. The women are the strongest person on this face of the earth. Without a woman, there is no man. We have to give up our ego. We do. And what you got, sis, nobody can take away. That's why you are loved in the conscious community because you are the shit. Don't worry about the outside. I think you didn't got to a stage in your you know conscious community thing where you don't even have to worry about who hating on you no more.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, let the bitch follow. Let
It's
them
part of
see
the
how you
job
run.
at this point.
Yes, let them see how you run because he's building his shit off of you, bitch ass nigga. Because any man who think they can build off a woman, see a man gonna do it on his own. You don't need nobody else. He's building his image off of you. So go ahead and do your thing. A lot of people be worrying about what people gonna think about. Man, fuck all who don't like what I'm saying. If I lose subscribers, let it be. It ain't shit. It's just social media. That y'all got to start. Y'all got to understand the difference between fantasy and facts of life. But if he can give a shit if you unsubscribe from her, she gonna sell her wine. She gonna promote her shit. She gonna do her job.
Yo.
You heard me? So I'm gonna listen to Mr. 504 boy, brother, or you whatever you want to do.
Hey,
I'm on back.
I'm glad y'all held it down because I'd knocked me a meal down. but but like man, let me tell you something, bro. I agree with what you just told her 100%. Because sis, you don't let nobody, sister, don't let nobody stop your grind. Don't let nobody stop you. I don't care because at the end of the day, when I first started trying to do my YouTube thing, the first thing Peanut Nola told me, say, man, you gonna have trolls. You gonna have trolls. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem with that. You did, but I asked him. I said, let me tell you something. Is there some kind of way that anybody who talking negative can I block them? Because if I'm doing something positive, I don't want no negativity around me and coming in my mix because I had enough of that in New Orleans. Been there, done that. The older you get, the more you want to progress, and you don't nobody want to be dealing with nobody who keep drama around them all the time. You see what I'm saying? Nobody don't want that drama around them because at the end of the day, that's gonna make that person messed up. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, I don't know what you do for a living. You selling your wine? Shit, sell that motherfucker about 10 boxes. Because nobody like a person that's on the come up. Why? Because you have more than them. That's how a lot of people in New Orleans get killed right now. Hate to see another brother make more than them. But if he was smart, he could have brought a brainstorm print to the table and say, "Look, a sister, let me invest. We can come up together." But nobody don't want to do that though. Oh, they don't want to come together and put our money together and make it open a restaurant. They don't want to do that because that's too much like right. They so programmed by the white man that taught them how to hate each other and hate each other and hate each other to where that's all they know. Sad but true. And I don't like it. Like I don't like that because at the end of the day, when you bring that around, the other people start seeing that. That make you like, damn, if she like that, now you done lost a few dollars. That could have been promising. That's gonna put you somewhere where you need to be at the time because of that one negative person. That's like someone throwing a birthday party for you and you got all the big time celebrities there, your big time friends who got wealth want to invest in you, see how you want to come in and do your parties and shindig. And you got that one Keisha in the corner want to riled up and mess up your whole parties. They ran all your money away. Because at the end of the day, this is your livelihood. You have to keep at the utmost. And anybody I know that's indigenous, that's melanated, that's one thing we don't play with is our money.
And you
You
know,
see
Mr.
what I'm saying?
504, that's all this is about. That's all this is about.
Right, right,
Pocket watching. Pocket watching. Not being able to do what I did.
right. You bought a look. They got mad. She bought a car. You know the day listen, sis. This is the day you bought the car. I will remember this like it was yesterday. I was, oh yeah, shit, yeah. I was cheering you on. And, and, and then afterwards, you start getting haters. I was like, what the fuck? You know, she worked her way to the top. It's like JJ Evans and them moving on up. You found a way to put your positive spin in the system, and people love what you were doing. Don't ever feel bad about support. Don't
Yes,
ever
sir.
And
feel bad
that's
about somebody supporting your cause, and you, because you've done so many great things that inspired others. Do you realize that little car means shit towards the things that you did for a family, that you did for a person that was fucking stressing out and they related to your ass? Do you realize the
let me
things that you done? That materialistic shit don't mean nothing.
let
You
me show
hear
you
me?
how let me show you how jealous it works that I experience and I'm watching every week. Now this is the man, Mr. No Peanut. When I finish what I'm saying, watch you say amen. When at these exact words, this is facts when I'm speaking. I don't speak bullshit. Okay. He brought me up. I've been on his panel every week at 4 o'clock. We do a YouTube every week at 4 o'clock. Okay. We friends on Facebook. We got this page called the Bad Sports page. Got almost 5,000 friends on there. Okay. Then we got another page that's called Attacking the Roots. Got about 1,500 people over there. Okay. We post over there what we doing. We keep the sports page, plus we got regular friends on Facebook. Okay. I'm starting from the bottom. So I'm starting from the bottom, like literally the bottom. I'm new to this. I'm learning from
That's right.
everybody else. So
I've
I'm
been
new to
there.
this. So he showing me the ropes the same way you sister showing me the ropes on how to do it. That's why I'm asking how to do the screen. I'm starting from the bottom. So with that being said, you mean to tell me you got 5,000 friends on your page you created? Not your wife, but no, you created these pages, and you mean to tell me you don't have 5,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel?
I talk about it all the time. People, you have people that just want to view your life. There
Right.
are people who stay in the fucking bushes who want to just see your life. They are mesmerized of your life. I want you guys, I want to tell this to your audience. Everybody that follow you on Facebook don't love you. Everybody that follow you on Instagram don't love you. There are people who are in the bushes that are basically they just eye hustling.
I
So
call
it
them the
doesn't
perverts.
because soon as I put it on multiple times, Foodie, you know you follow me, and I put it. I said, "Oh, you're gonna subscribe to my page, stuff." I got over 5,000 subscribers, and I can't even get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm in the midpoint. It's because
But
you have people who want to know your personal life.
Yep.
They are intrigued with your personal life. They don't give a damn about this YouTube shit. They don't care about the message that we're trying to uplift the black man and the black woman. They want drama. If I start talking drama, then I will get subscribers. We
Right.
talked about Nature Boy all the time. Those who feed off the Nature Boy shit, they get subscribers. We talk about many times, if you talk about drama, you don't have the education to actually do something creative. Fundi, before you were even talking about Nature Boy, you were getting subscribers, sis. You don't need Nature Boy. You got your own shit. And a lot of people can't live without the Nature Boy bullshit. There are a lot of people who would not exist in social media on YouTube without drama. But
Right.
that's what people love. People love drama. They don't want to hear me talk about let's find out who we are. They don't want to hear this shit.
No.
Only a few are built for that shit. Only a few are built for learning who you are. Only a few are understanding that I'm trying to tell you that you are the most high chosen people. Nobody don't give a shit about what I'm saying, but only a few. I'm good with that because I
But
know what I was getting into, sis. I knew that it wasn't even about that the clout. It was about my message.
and that's exactly what I was saying. Like we putting out positive stuff. Don't get me wrong. I got about what 10 subscribers, but I'm starting from the bottom, and
Well,
I see
hopefully by the
people.
time we're done with this, you'll have a little bit more. You'll have more subscribers than that, bruh. That's why
Yeah,
we're here.
but that's what I'm saying.
There's
It's not
enough
even.
for
And
everybody.
it's not even and the trip part about it. It's not even much about me having subscribers. I just want to tell my story because at the end, like I told Peanut Nola the other day, he didn't even know I've been shot 3 times. He didn't even know. It was surprising to him. So when he told me, he said, "Man, look, you have a purpose in this world because you could have died," And I was like, I don't look at it. I look at it as, and after I've been through with Katrina in New Orleans and being shot, I look at this as a second. I look at this as a second chance at life. So if
We
this
got
being a
purple in
second
the
chance,
house. We got
Yes, you
purple in the house.
do.
so if this a
Let me
second
address
chance
something.
at,
I keep getting on your case about talking about my people like that, Peanut Nola. You keep talking about Pocahontas. Pocahontas didn't look like no
uh oh,
damn mongoloid.
uh oh,
My people look so much like African people. They disputed whether we were native or not.
I didn't say nothing about no Pocahontas being a mongoloid.
Yes, you did. Again,
Did I say that?
you sure did.
Oh well, I'm sorry. Look, 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 look. It's
You
okay.
know I love you. I gotta.
It's okay to educate Peanut Nola. It's okay. How long you been knowing Peanut Nola? I ain't afraid for your ass to come on here and check me
Oh,
about
I
your
know you
people.
not. That's why I came up here and gave you some help,
I,
man.
I ain't come.
Cause you barely said
I
I
ain't
can
running.
talk shit.
I'm not running for your ass. I am not running for your ass. So you come
You
up here
better
trying
not.
to check me on food to feed, pay, try to tell me about some pork. Girl, I ain't even going with that. I know that you
You
had
know
some
you.
great people. We uplift them. It is what it is. You hear me? We talk about this every Sunday. You been trying to fight me about Pocahontas. I know
That's
Pocahontas
why
was
I'm
not no.
gonna tighten you up.
Well, no, I said that what they do. Now I want you to hear me. They
Okay.
as they do, and I don't want to say a particular name. They identify Pocahontas as
Oh,
a mongoloid. I want you to
oh yes,
understand that. I'm not saying what about your people, but they identified the sister that way.
You mean
yeah,
Okay?
like they
and
identified
and right now
Cleopatra
because
Like
of
they
what
as
they,
lie about us.
Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah.
yeah,
Like they
and
talk
right
about
now because
never. You know damn well Nefertiti was no white woman. We know
oh
damn
we know
well.
that for a fact.
But but what they do? What they do?
She's
So
portrayed as such.
I understand what you're saying, my sister, but at the end of the day,
I
I'm
just
going
had to
after the
mess with you.
people. I know I'm not trying to look. I'm going after the people, and what I'm telling you, me
Yeah.
of the reclassification of the reclassifying of our people. When I look at you and Sister Fundi Fee, when I look at the
Uh-huh.
Brother 504, we have been replaced. And you don't even know that you've been replaced in America. You have been replaced by
facts,
these demons. They are
Oh,
facts.
$5 Indians that are walking around getting respiration. They got you at Oklahoma. And when we talk about Oklahoma, there was not how many black people that had benefited from fucking Oklahoma. Half
exactly.
of
Uh oh,
Oklahoma is
uh
owned by
oh,
fucking white people.
uh oh.
Yeah, because in my trial right now, there's systemic racism from the fact they said if you didn't look like they expect an Indian to look, that they weren't going to even allow you to claim to be Indian.
No. And that's the shit
And
that makes me mad.
that has transformed our trial because you got to remember we're dealing with the same group of people who hid Nat Turner. It would have been awfully damn hard to hide Nat
Woo!
Turner if
Split the
they did
tail.
not
Split it.
like him. he hid amongst our
But at the
people
same time, though,
because
at the
we
same
were
time,
dark skinned people. We weren't sitting up here looking white. You didn't see our people looking at light skin until they fucked the hell out of us and raped the hell out of us and made us look that way. That wasn't how we initially looked. Because when you look at the Virginia flag, you see Native Americans that look damn near close to Africans and their
The
coloring.
original flag, the original Confederate flag was the Native American flag.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand that they changed little bits and parts. See, what a lot of people don't understand is it was the North against the South, and that race it had nothing to do with slavery. That battle had nothing to do with slavery. It
The
had something to
Confederacy
do
form
with
of government came from our
elimination.
people.
It had something to do with elimination. They tried to eliminate our people. And that's the shit that pisses me off. That when Native Americans come on to my panel and they get upset
Mhm.
with me, like I'm trying to take their culture. I don't want your fucking culture. I'm Aborigine. I never stated that I was Native. You come from Asia.
Oh,
I never
I
stated
can do you
one
one
time
better.
that I was Native.
I went to a Cherokee reservation and they thought I was trying to deny what I was. I was
That's
like, why
right.
would I come to a reservation and not acknowledge the fact that I'm Native? I'm a black
but
Native. It
we
is what it
all have
is.
to but we all have to remember. We all have to remember. Over time, they found a way to reclassify us over the time, so they don't have to pay us reparations. The same way he broke down the theory with calling us black, Negro, color, and all that. That's their way of
Mhm.
reclassifying us to not know who we are because they don't want to give us reparations. The
May I take
same
that
way
a
they had a
step further?
Yes, yes,
yeah.
go ahead, sis.
It's not reparations that they don't want to pay us. It's giving us the land back that they don't want to
That's
do.
exactly what they don't want to
Facts.
do. And
Facts.
can I take it one step further, like Master Fundi Fee? The reason why they're killing you in the street is because it's legal to kill an Indian, no questions asked. They know who you are. You don't know who you are. That's
Woo!
the problem.
Because we
We
have to
stated this several
remember,
times.
it's still illegal to kill another man's property in America. And we are
Hmm.
still property.
We still property of these people. That's why the Constitution and Fundifi, I have stated this so many times. Black people want to act like, oh, well, we don't have the same rights as these whites. Black people, you read the Constitution. The laws in Florida, the stand your ground laws in Florida, was not written for you, sir. The laws, all these constitutional laws, there was not one black person in Congress back then.
Correct.
There was,
Nope.
so how could they defend your cause? How could they defend anything about you when the white man was in the white fucking house?
Oh, and let me
Well,
clear that up
across the board,
about
we're
the
still not human.
Constitution.
So what's
Let's
the
be
point?
clear. That wasn't even for all white people. That was only for land owning white people.
Thank you, Purple. Thank you.
And
God
purple,
damn, that's
purple,
why
you're
I love
saying
this
it right
movie.
because there were white people. That's like white women who did not have the rights. I tell people all the time that everybody benefits from the black man. When you're talking about
Because they
segregation, when we talk about segregation, everybody benefit. When we passed segregation, the white women got benefits off the black man's off his struggle.
had
White
the
women did
same
not have the
mentality as Donald
the
Trump.
white woman did not have any rights. She got her struggle passed off of us. So every
They
bill that they make, just like in Oklahoma, they got something off of us. Well, that boy got his neck fucking pulled on. When they put his knee into his fucking neck, guess who benefited off that? The $5 fucking Indian.
they actually saw white people who didn't own land on the same lines as anybody else who didn't own nothing. You were just as worthless to them as the quote unquote slave. Because as long as you didn't own nothing, they could have gave a flying fuck about what you were doing.
And that's
You
how
weren't
the
even in the
electoral college came
conversation.
into play.
which is why a lot of white folks at that time
We wouldn't even
tried to
consider
come
a
together
human
with natives
being. How, if you're not considered
because
a human
they
being,
weren't.
how the hell are you gonna be considered in a fucking law?
Well, if you're not human, how does all men created equal apply to you?
Right,
And
right.
especially if you're not a landowner, because going back to what I said, they're not talking about you if you don't
Negro,
own land.
But
Negro.
even purple, with that, that's how the electoral college came in. They wanted
Hmm.
everybody to vote, but only the landowners to have the decision on who
Hmm.
became president. That's why the popular vote does not choose the president, the electoral college does.
Thank you. You're not a democracy. You're a freaking republic.
A
Get
republic.
comfortable with that fact. You are not a democracy. The forefathers said they did not want a democracy because democracy had worked nowhere.
Nowhere.
It was a republic. It's been a republic. When you say the Pledge of Allegiance,
It says
you are
republic.
swearing allegiance to a republic,
I
not a
pledge allegiance
democracy.
to the United
Why,
States of
why you
America, which
guys
stands
always see
one nation under God. Anybody know
you
the rest of it? And to the
individual with
republic
liberty and justice for
for
all?
which it stands, one nation,
One nation
exactly. It
under
doesn't say
God with liberty and justice for all. And first of all, they didn't have the letter J, so it could not be possible that a man named Jesus was even thought. Yahweh was always the name. But that's another statement. That's another day. I want you guys to understand that we have been bamboozled many times,
Hmm.
and it's these why we see so many black men in jail. That's modern day slavery that has been put upon us. We have to understand that these laws were written against us, sis. These laws
Hmm.
have been written against us. We had no chance from the beginning. And you got fucking Messy Jesse and Al fucking Sharpno ass out here
Who's
representing us.
an admitted informant? Let's not forget that. Al Sharpton is an admitted informant. So how much do you really think he's serving you? And he's an admitted government informant.
That's
when was
right.
he ever serving us?
Never have. He made
Exactly. That's my point. But we
my
gotta
brother
wait till he
504
talks.
brother. How much he made off the? Oh, I think you brought it up last time, 504 brother. The brother Al Sharpton,
Who
one of them
Al Sharp?
made
Who Al
how much
Sharpton?
Al Sharpton made on that last thing with Black Lives Matter? You was telling me. I think you was
Oh
telling me.
no, he got paid. No, he got paid $40,000 to speak at George Floyd's funeral.
Oh
Hmm.
my God!
Oh, can we talk about how most of the family couldn't even get into his funeral for people that he didn't even know and never knew of in his life?
Hello.
You think these people love us? These goddamn people don't
Look at
love
you
us.
But
now.
they love him so much that his own family wasn't even able to get into his funeral.
the Black
That's how
Lives
much they
Move,
love you, though.
the Black Lives Matter movement gave Joe Biden 160 or $70 million donated to his campaign. They gave Bernie Sanders 150 to $60 million for his campaign, and gave Elizabeth Warren. I want to say gave
And,
her they gave her the lowest. I think they gave her like 110 or maybe $95 million
and let's
for
talk about
her
his old
campaign.
wrinkled ass, shall we? How dare he say that if you're not black, you you got to vote for him if you black?
I didn't vote
But
for
wait,
Who
either one.
entitled are you to that
It's so
shit?
but wait,
sad, y'all. It's so sad
but wait, you
because this
can't
is
take
what
that in
we have to
context
deal with.
like that
I don't
because
want Donald Trump in. I'm probably gonna vote for Bernie. I mean for fucked up Sneezy Joe just to get fucking Donald out. To be honest with you, I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. And to be honest
Like
with
Dick
you,
Gregory said, to
that
choose the
I can
lesser of
I
two
can break it
evils is
down for
still
you real quick.
choosing evil.
it is. They're both evil. First of all, he a pedophile too. They're both pedophiles. And
Hmm.
this is what America has become. This is what America has become. It's become
Hmm.
a land of non-choices, of wicked. We have so many demons out here. And this we're trying to get these demons out here that are they drinking the blood of our children. Hillary Clinton, funky ass. be drinking fucking children's blood. That demon bitch.
But
And God, I'm telling you, these are evil fucking people. The Democrats was the party
but
that kept us enslaved. The
but
Democrat is the party that kept us enslaved for many years, and now they reverted to the damn fucking Republicans.
oh, not only that, let's talk about the fact that the Democratic Party formed the KKK.
That's right.
Did we forget that history?
They demonic all these damn bastards. That they came up. They started the Democrat Party. The original Democrat Party started the KKK. That is a
Mm-hmm.
fact. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the party of the South. They are the party of the South. And then all of a sudden they have flipped parties. We don't
Mm-hmm.
realize that they flipped parties. Donald Trump was a long time Democrat. Before
Democrat.
he said that if he voted Republican, if he shot a damn person in the street, that the white people would still vote for him, that Republicans would still vote for him. That's why he chose
Mm-hmm.
the Republicans, because most of the people that are following are KKK people. They shift
Mm-hmm.
parties.
But don't forget what he said back in the 90s when he said, oh, he was on a talk show. He said, if I ever was to, this was way back in the 90s, but I was a child then. He said, if I ever was to run for president, I'd run as a Republican because they're the stupidest party. And what he did in 2016, years later, ran as a Republican because there was a stupid party
Why isn't
and
it
got elected,
muting?
whether he stole it or whatever, he still got in as a Republican.
Wow.
Oh yes,
That-
because notice it's easy to get the Republican party base riled up. All you gotta do is use the
Sister
right
Purple,
words
could
to
we
signal.
Sister Purple, could we get the lights up for Sister Fundi Fee? If you guys can hit the like buttons for Sister Fundi Fee,
Yes,
we
please.
we gotta get on for those who as many people that are watching this stream. We gotta get her lights up as almost even. Could we all get them like buttons up? You heard me. If not, if your ass in the
Mhm.
bushes and your ass on, you just said, man, get the hell out of here. But you need to hit them like buttons because at the end of the day, the sister is the sister. She the real. Yeah, let's hit them
Yeah,
like
and I'm
buttons for the
tipping
sister,
her
man.
for allowing us
Let's
to talk.
support. Let's
Yeah,
get them
because
up.
I wanted to tell her too. I wanted to tell her too when this live is over, if she can send it, she could send it to me, and we was gonna post it in our
Yeah, we're gonna
page
share.
on Facebook too. And we gonna
And
share it over
I
there
think it's
too.
time to give Fundi Fee a little bigger than what she is. She been doing this for a very long time. And like I
Me-
told you, I don't think a lot of people even know about the sister because I seen her debate this bitch. I mean, he was a peer bitch, to be honest with you. But I seen him and oh man, a man let a damn another man stick a finger up his ass and do it,
Not
violate
only
his
that,
ass.
let's talk about what she
wait, what
does for
the
the community.
what the hell?
Oh man, bro, she the
Mhm.
lion slayer. She the lion slayer. You heard me? So let's get them light buttons up. You know what I'm saying? Because this sister is great. This
And did it with
for letting
class
us
and
on,
poise.
letting ghetto people on her platform. You heard me?
Who ghetto, you little turkey?
I'm ghetto
Hey,
shit. I'm from
his
New Orleans and
song
I
"Ghetto
embrace
is
my
Legit."
ghetto-ness. Y'all up?
Thank y'all. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to everybody on the panel. Especially let's get Mr. 504 brother where he's supposed to be. Let's finish getting Peanut where he's supposed to be. Purple, thank you so much for all that you do for my channel and other channels. Thank you to
Oh, you
everybody
welcome.
out there.
Purple
Let's
is the
keep this
supporter of
party going.
everybody. That's
Yeah, I
every
love my
time I see
people.
this chick, she's in everybody's chat. She's supporting. She's a great sister in our community, and like I said,
Oh, I
Purple, please
appreciate that.
subscribe to Mr. 504 brother because he just coming
I
on the
think I'm
scene, and we
already
got.
am.
Oh, I don't know if you was, but we trying to embrace the brother. We trying to lift the brother up. He's just starting his channel. We all know how it was like, huh, Fundi? When we first started, we only had like 10 subscribers, 15. We already know what it was like in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So we all just trying to support each other. And it's very hard to sustain, but we got to do, It's all about homework. I think Fundi Fee earned all the money she deserves.
Thank you,
And at the
Pamela.
end of the day, I think everybody is haters. I think not everybody. I'm talking about the ones I'm talking about. But anyways,
But but
cause
like I,
listen, if they come for me, you gotta have. See,
mhm.
there's the one thing about coming after a New Orleans brother. You ain't gonna know what you're getting. You heard me? How 504, brother? Let's
But
get it
You
Mr.
on.
hear me?
Quincy, I
You
really
hear me?
appreciate the fact that I have someone I can show my grandson as a beautiful black woman who has poise and grace and class. And that's always, no matter if she's debating somebody or whatever, you can always rely on her to stand in her
And she been
power.
like this a long time. It's been
Exactly.
sustainable.
Ever
That's
since
a see,
I've been
and that's
on.
why I've been following. I've been shoot, man. You don't just get into this conscious community thing and just not. I couldn't believe somebody would attack her because she don't never attack people until they attack her. She was never a beef person. That beef bullshit. I don't know what the hell they want, and that's just to get clout to make themselves look good. You hear me? I'm not gonna feed off this sister. I don't want to feed off nobody. You hear me? I'm just gonna be me.
No, I truly appreciate it because like he be giving me a hard time about my grandson, and he'll come and look at the screen when he hear her voice and stuff.
Thank
What
y'all
you got in the
so much.
background? Purple. What is that? Your grandchildren?
That was my grandson that was yelling in the other room.
One thing.
That's
One thing.
family.
One thing about Purple. Purple gonna support her grandchildren. She got a even though she on our street. How 504 brother. She always got a grandchildren where we can hear them babies. But what
That's
I
a
want
positive.
to.
That's a positive role model. That,
Yeah,
that
you're
means
right. Yeah, you're right.
everybody. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Your life changed when your grandma leaves. Because I still think about my grandma because why? The same reason why. Because Purple got her grandkids. I used to be the same way when I was about my grandma. And when she passed and went
What's
on,
so bad
I st-
is it's only
I miss
one.
her.
It's one very loud,
Wow,
active
one
young man.
grandchild. But but Sister
Um,
Foodly Fee, I just want to tell you in one more segment I want to touch while we were in here, and I just want to ask you a question, Foodly Fee, what is happening to the black man?
At
and
this
Master
point,
Kundi, see your buddy here.
hey, buddy.
Say hi, Mari. Can you say hi? You fired.
My thing is, what I was thinking was, my question to everybody on the panel: how do we take the community back from the youngsters and show the young guys to lift the young ladies up and not beat them and tear them down and call them bitches and hoes because they more than just that. And that rap played a major role, man, in disrespecting the female because I was watching
Oh,
Hidden
Neil
Colors.
TV in the house.
I was watching this little movie segment called. If anybody ever heard of Hidden Colors, if you didn't never watch Hidden Colors, please go sit down and educate yourself and watch Hidden Colors. There was this sister, I can't think of her name right now, but she had the afro, and she broke down how they was breaking the man masculinity down. She gave the break. If I find that segment on there, if I'm gonna go back and watch it, I upload it to YouTube. I record it, upload it, and she was breaking down actual factual on how they was breaking the young men down and degrading them and making them less masculine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And
but that's why we
and
got to ask you, Fundi, what is going on with a lot of times we talk about the black woman and the rapes of the black woman, but what about the black man? What about the young black boy that is actually being exposed into being raped? I think it's more easier to rape a black boy than a black woman in today's society. What do you think about that, Fundi?
Okay, to the first question of where do I see our boys going right now? From where I stand, and this is just me because I'm not talking about black men as a whole, because the only thing I can speak on is the young men around me. I see them thirsty to elevate themselves. I see them
Wow.
thirsty to prove themselves worthy as men.
Oh my
I
goodness.
see them thirsty
Yes.
to want families and their children together. I see them wanting the the culture that we have
Hmm.
put forth for them, and they want to fulfill their role. They have one problem though: not too many mentors. Brothers
That's
are
it.
my little brothers. I see my little brothers looking to me to help them become men, because the men around us are too busy being the men of their families and not
Hmm.
passing that out of their family. What I
Right.
mean is, yeah, Peanut, you gonna teach your son how to be a man because he's your son and he's in your house. But what about that brother that didn't have a father, that's study
Wow.
trying to get that, and he see you, but he can't? I can't bring myself to ask this man because he's not my dad. So
So
I'm
what you're
not gonna
saying,
do it. I'm not gonna
others
embarrass
affect others,
myself,
right?
huh?
Uh-huh.
So the bottom line, what I'm asking you is, well, you got to raise a village because they could still affect your son, even though I raised my son to be a man. Another person on the outside could still affect my son, right?
This is true.
Hmm.
This is true.
It's like with my daughter boyfriend, he had a father in his life, but it wasn't the type of father that he was wanting. And he basically raised his siblings. And he's definitely trying to figure out how to do fatherhood, what it means to be a man. And he wants to play the role of the provider and the protector for my daughter. And he's trying to figure that out, but he's really not getting the type of guidance that he would like to have.
You know, I
Now,
look
if I can,
I look at my brother. Me and my brother didn't have a man in the house with us. And my brother had to play father and brother to me because I was the younger sibling. He didn't know how to do that. I watched my brother struggle to take
Hmm.
care of me because he didn't have that role model. But
Hmm.
in being a father to me, he was able to be a real dad to his children, because I was his play dummy, so to speak. But when
Hmm.
he left, so did my dad in my eyes. But
Hmm.
because of him, I had a I had a pattern. I had a framework of what a father husband should be like. So even with that try, that good try, because my brother did that shit. He took care of me. Even after he left, it was left with me how I was supposed to be treated by a man. So I often ask my brothers, man, are you teaching the next brother, the next little brother that doesn't have that example? Are you teaching him? And if you're not, you're derelict in your duty. Because if that brother is looking to me on how to be a man, I can't give him all of that. I'm a woman, but I can point him to men that will. And those men are starting to get a little burnt out.
And we can also encourage them when we see them trying to do right. Because, like, I can honestly tell you, the way my daughter's boyfriend treats my mother and myself and her, couldn't ask for anything more.
Amen.
Like, he'll make sure, Like right now, if my mother asked him for anything, he'll go and get it for
Well, then you're doing a good job because you
her.
know it's certain tolerance of what you're teaching. Okay, so as a grandmother
Mhm.
and a mother, you're teaching certain tolerance. Okay, so that's the thing that you have to understand, and that's you're working through your ancestors. You're working. You got whatever we do, we working through our ancestors, and that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I have four beautiful sons. Thank God for my wife for a lot of things that me and my wife do. It's a teammate thing, and you can't play one on the other. You can't. I can't overstep her boundaries. But even though how much they look up to me, when
Mhm.
she as being a queen in her house and she put her foot down, most men have to understand to take a back seat and allow the queen to be a disciplinarian. And sometimes I'm not talking about in then you step in afterwards. You don't do conflicts. A lot of things times we want oh, don't talk to my son. No, you have to allow her. And when you're raising children, it has to be as a team. I don't overstep her boundaries, and she don't overstep mine. There's times when she's disciplined, and I just leave them. I look, I don't have nothing to do with that. Then when she see me getting on that ass, she don't have nothing to do with it. I have a great wife, and I've been blessed. I've been blessed. A lot of people, we've been married over 20 years. And I can sit here and tell you it's a give and take. We have problems. I hate hearing so many relationships when they talk about you've been together so long you ain't gonna have no problems. You're a damn lie.
Yeah.
All them
But like,
years you ain't gonna sit there and gripe over this. We gripe over the garbage can. Okay?
but
So, but that does not mean that we don't love each other and we don't cherish each other and we don't look up to each other. And you have to value your spouse's space. You have to value your spouse's mind. Whatever they're going through, you just got to understand. And I got to do a better job of being a better husband and in her feelings. I don't think I do a good job with like I'm still like a hard head and I'm too tough. I don't value her feelings the way I should be. I
But
got
see,
to,
but
my
and I'm
problem,
still growing, y'all. I'm still growing as a man, and I can't treat her like a tough lady. You know what I'm saying? I got to realize that a woman is very, very sensitive. And my
mhm.
wife is a beautiful woman who deserves for her husband to be sensitive. I joke with her too much. Sometimes when you joke, you don't understand the feelings. And you have to understand all them years you've been with somebody, that doesn't mean you ain't hurting their feelings. So I got to
Core.
do better out of all these years. I got to do better.
But the fact that you want to means everything to her. I can promise you that.
I promise him that. Yes. It means
but see, my
everything.
thing is, but see, my thing is, I have to learn how to be as a husband. Is like, I have to learn how to be more compassionate. You know, it's not like it's like I guess by me being a man, and I'm not as compassionate as I'm supposed to be because a lot of men don't know how to be compassionate because I was raised
Mhm.
as like my uncle raised me up to be. He was like, "You're gonna be a man. You're gonna treat. You're gonna put this, and this." So I don't know how to be compassionate to where she needs. I'm not sensitive. I'm not sensitive. Like, because
Right.
everything, because you can't be too sensitive because it could be seen as soft. Because you want to be too sensitive, they're gonna be like, oh, I could walk all over him, kind of thing.
That's
So I
right.
don't
That's
know.
right.
So I don't want it to be. I just I'm not too sensitive sometimes. I guess I don't know. It's just that I don't know. I don't know how to put it in perspective. You see what I'm saying? Because I show compassion, but I guess it's not enough to where they feel, the way she feels. You see what I'm
But
saying?
that's
But that's why, and that's what I'm saying. I'm learning. I'm learning because every day you learn. But I'm just saying though, me being a man, a heterosexual man, and I was raised to be hard, it's very hard to flip that switch on.
but
You
that's
see what I'm
why
saying?
it's so important that we encourage one another. because one of the most touching things that my daughter boyfriend did was he said that he was willing to carry on my father's last name in honor of my father. He was willing to take the girl's last
Wow.
name in honor of him because my father had meant so much to my daughter. He was willing to honor my father by doing that.
Wow, that's kind of strange, but honorable.
Yeah, I never heard of. I
No,
never heard of that.
no,
That is, well, you know what? My husband allowed
I
me
hope
to
he ain't too
keep,
young where he gonna regret that. And
my
and
husband
and
allowed
well,
me to
he
keep
hasn't
my
done
name.
it, but it was just the fact that he was even considering
I'll
something
consider,
like
yeah,
that.
because I want you guys to understand this, and I understand how much your father mean to you, and I want you to understand this, Purple. What
Hmm.
your father mean to you, it doesn't calculate with others with when they coming into your family. His bloodline means a lot to him too. Okay, so
But
what?
you're missing the point of what I'm trying to tell you, Peanut Nola.
No, I'm not. I'm
Nobody
not. I'm
asked
not.
him
I'm
to
not
do
missing
this.
the point. I'm not missing the point. I'm trying to make you understand that
Uh
they
oh.
that I go look look. We gonna get it hot and heavy in here. You heard me?
Yeah, we're
Because
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
into
let you
it,
know
little boy.
that we. No, I want you to understand this. I want you to understand because we have a lot of women today who are holding on to their names, which is cool because my wife has my name and her name. She has a maiden name in the middle, but my name at the end.
Mhm.
So it always should include both of y'all. If you want to make that respectable, you have to include you. If you want to feel that way, it still have to have his last name in the end. And it's
Man, you
okay
gotta
for
come out
her
that
if
19.
if she want. No, I'm not coming out of nothing. That's the problem with y'all young people now. Y'all want to change traditional things that which is what the Most High has put together. You want to change things. And what have you done when you change things? Look at what young people have done. Everything that young people change, think about how messed up the world is now. When traditional people were doing things back in the day, Fundifi,
Hmm.
they were more stabilized together. Now the young people today, they can't even live past 1 year of being married. They
True.
can't even. They don't know what structure is when it comes down to the faith, the being faithful. I'm not no 19. Oh, the woman needs to do what I do. I don't carry that kind of marriage. I'm trying to tell you, it's a give and when it comes to marriage.
Well, let me throw this
So
in
I'm gonna
here.
step off
And
for a second, y'all.
you okay?
I
He had to
told
go out and
him
come
to
back
keep
in
his
because he was
last name.
breaking up.
What
Okay.
he wound up doing was giving my grandson my great uncle's name as a middle name and my father's name as a middle name. It was
Okay.
just the fact that he has that much honor and respect for my father because the whole reason she's with him in the first place is because she sees a lot of my father and the dude
It,
that she's with.
okay.
So
And
that's all.
that's what I got from it. I understand what you were saying. You know, she was like, you remind me of my grandpa so much. And then he was like, well, I'm gonna carry the torch of of your grandfather. You know, I understand that part of view
Yeah.
too, and I understand Peanut Nola point of view
Oh,
too.
I get what you
But
were saying, but I was just
but
saying this was about honoring something that was special and important to my daughter. That
right,
he loved her
right,
that way.
right.
That he was trying to show
But
the
but
man that made her choose him the honor and respect that he felt that that man deserved.
yeah, but at the same time though, she can still take his last name if he decided to take your father last name because she wants to keep his last name.
Oh, she wants to take his last name, and we both encouraged him to keep his last name.
Right.
It was just a beautiful gesture that he was willing to even think of
To
something like that
sacrifice.
because none of us brought that up. That was all him.
Well, let me throw this in the mix because here's another special
Uh-oh.
case. Well, my father has no
Uh-oh.
sons. My father has no sons. So I am the last
Wow.
of my line. I am literally the last of my line.
And
And my
that's why, I'm sorry, Funafi, and that's exactly why he was willing to carry it. Because even if he doesn't carry the last name that he has brothers and stuff to carry that last name. So that's why he
True.
was trying to do that. He was willing to do that.
Even if they decide, and if they have kids together, that go your last name right there. It still carries. But it's just the fact that, I never seen somebody do that before. You see what I'm saying? And it's
well,
new to me.
well, try this one out. Because I'm the last one of my line, my husband did not require me to change my name to his name.
Hmm.
His children took his name, but I kept mine in honor of being the last of my line.
Hmm. And,
So
Wow.
and that's
sometimes you
something
have
he also talked about with my daughter.
circumstance. And my inheritance is linked to my last name. So if I lose my last name, I
Okay.
lose my inheritance.
But, but you don't really lose your last name. It goes to the maiden because if you ever was to divorce, it's still there. But I like I say, I have a friend of mine.
Not
He's
according
married,
to the
legally married.
inheritance laws. Well, the
Okay, I
inheritance
understand that
laws that my
perspective of it too.
grandfather put in place in order to
Okay, I
receive
understand. And
it.
now you're talking about a different situation.
In order to receive it,
Right.
you
You have
have
to
to
have
keep
that
the
last
last
name.
name. And it was supposed to be so it was passed down
Facts.
through the boys' line. But since there are no boys left, I'm the last girl.
Hmm.
I would have to keep the name to keep the inheritance so it can be passed to my sons, and the name will now change due to that. So sometimes it's a little tricky.
Hmm.
But names mean a lot. Names mean a lot. And in some cases, we're letting go of names that we shouldn't let go of.
Hmm.
And as women, we have to remember that as well. You know, we
Hmm.
have names on our side that need to be honored. And as soon as that girl gets married, her name changes. And in some cases, she gets flipped from her original family tree into his.
True. And that's how my friend is. And that's how a friend of mine is. He's married to the woman and everything, but on paper, she have his last name. But and when it come down to like personal business and stuff, she use her maiden name. You see what I'm saying? She don't even use. We know she married. She took his last name, but when all paperwork and everything, like application or whatever it may be, or housing, I mean the lease and everything, she use
Mhm.
her maiden name. She don't even use her marriage name, her husband last name, which I find odd. But hey, however you decide to do your business, that's you. Different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for
Exactly.
different folks. If let me tell you something, if a woman does not take her, well, if she's married and she don't use her husband name, it's for personal reasons only. To get out your feelings, it's not about that. It's personal reasons. But if she sit down with her husband and say, like you just said, look, baby, my last name, my last name is for this right here, this. Now, if you have a problem with that, don't understand that, that ain't your husband. Because anybody, who got common sense and understand and comprehend. Well, okay, I understand that, baby. You go ahead, you do this. I don't even care. As long as we married, I'm good. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because everything
Right.
has a purpose. Every action has a reaction, and like you say, whatever you had set up with your family, had set up with you, don't miss your blessings behind a damn name.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Because at the
Got
end
it.
of the day, at the end of the day, that's a conversation for you and your significant other. My opinion and my word don't even matter. You see what I'm saying? Because like I say, the same way with women's same thing with Miss Purple and her her daughter and her son-in-law. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what goes on because at the end of the day, he's still gonna do what he want to do, and he's gonna benefit his wife. So our opinion don't even matter. But I just was saying I never heard nobody do it like that before. But it's the first time for everything.
Oh
You
yeah.
see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So this all new to this. Like I said, this all new to me. Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you that something that's funny that y'all mentioned this. My brother, I have two brothers. There's one behind me and one older than me. My older brother, he got married. His wife took his name. And my mama calls me. My same thing with my brother. My little brother. He been married several times. I said, God damn, I don't want to get married now, man. This nigga this he just throwing the last name away. But I was joking. I said, hell, I might take my wife last. I might as well just go and take my wife last name. Then just so I don't be, I was just joking about it, and everybody was laughing. But you don't hear men taking they they wife last name, even though it's traditional that the woman take the 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 husband last name. But what if we decide to break the tradition? You see what I'm saying? Let's put it on the
Mhm.
let's put a little spin on this. Now y'all breaking the tradition with celebrating Christmas. You broke the tradition and celebrating Thanksgiving. Well, Indigenous Day, ain't nothing wrong with breaking the tradition. You start your own tradition. You got your own family. You start your own tradition.
Well,
I'm
I'm
you
just
with
saying
you.
know,
something.
in some of our original tribes, the girl did not change her name until her husband had more honors than her father.
See
Mhm.
what I'm saying? See, so if you don't live up to this man here expectations, you don't need nobody taking your last name. Hell, you ain't it.
Precisely.
Basically. So with that business, that's like saying, just like you just said, you ain't ish until you get approval from the father-in-law, because he has to make. And tell you why I respect that decision right there, because you have to show me that you able to take care of my child before I give her to you.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to
Mhm.
give my child to you, and you calling me 6 months into y'all marriage. Tell my daddy I gotta come back home. Why? What's wrong? We lost the house because Jimmy don't know how to keep a job.
Jimmy
What the
Crack
hell?
Call,
What you get married for?
Yeah.
You see what you see what I'm saying? And things like that happen in real life.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
y'all, that I had
You see what I'm saying?
of
So
course
that's why and I go back to what I
five
was
before
telling you,
brother.
what I was saying earlier in the live. Know who you laying down with before you lay
Exactly.
down with them.
Mhm.
I'm
Hmm.
Now
sorry, I'm sorry,
if he
y'all. I
can't
came
buy you
in.
a goddamn
Oh, you good, Peanut.
Yeah.
if you couldn't go buy if you can't go buy her a combo from the black owned restaurant and pay for the meal, you don't need to be sitting in her face.
Mhm.
Well,
You see what I'm saying? Because
I'm hearing
every
you
woman
talk.
want to know if you able to take care of her. And like I say, I took on a relationship. Why? They always say, why take care of the cow when you get the calf? Why get the milk from the cow? How shit? I can't even say how I want to say it because I'm so tongue tied. But you understand where I'm trying to go with this though.
Yeah.
But
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? There you go.
right, yeah, I was trying. Yeah, I get some water. I'm getting tongue tied. But at the same time though, I said to say this, man. Every woman wants that stability in their life. Like I say, I
Mhm.
go to work every day. I know one thing. I got my little side thing. I don't do nothing negative. My wife know one thing. I go to work. I come home. I take care of the bills. She helps. We go. It's a partnership when it comes to marriage. That's why I say I don't believe in 50-50, 90-10 rule. I don't believe in that. Because
well,
if you
well,
with someone, they gonna help you build together and y'all gonna come together. You see what I'm
Even
saying?
in
Because you
social
know what you
media,
bringing to the
504 brother,
table when you're
504 brother. I
dating.
don't want to cut you off, but I want to tell you this.
If she ain't
Even,
bringing, if she don't have a 9 to 5 or whatever it is, you her own business, her own hustle. If she ain't got nothing going on for herself, that ain't the woman for you. Because why would you leave? Why would you leave what you got going on? For nothing. That's not what you do. A woman and a man should elevate each other. You see what I'm saying?
women,
And not
my
all
brother,
women know how to build a man up. Not all
social
women know how to
media,
build their
social
husbands
media,
up
what
or their
a lot of
significant
people don't
up. And now,
understand,
what
my
I mean
brother.
by building them up,
I guess
men
he don't hear
men
me.
hurt too. We need that. It's gonna be all right, baby. You're gonna be that. You're gonna get that. Don't worry. We need that too. It ain't always. Don't never. I never believe in kicking a person when they're down. You see what I'm saying? And just because we all macho man, we have feelings too. We need somebody to come and say, it's gonna be all right, babe. Don't worry about that. The devil got your back. Because we hurt. We have feelings too. And it's sad that we can't vent to our women sometimes because they view that as soft, as less than a man. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. Because some women, when you express your feelings to them, they feel like, oh, he a weak man. I don't want no man like that. He all soft and stuff. And that lets you know who they really is. Because if that's what you want, that's what you want. Because when I ain't have nothing, my wife was there for me. And I made a promise to her. I said, whenever I get right and come up, you can have it all. I don't even care. Because why? You showed me who you was when I ain't have 50 cents in my pocket.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And if you ever wanna know who you dealing with, who you with, fall off and lose everything. Fall off and lose everything. I'm talking about everything down to 50 cents in your account. Whoever's still in your account at that time, that's who you be with. That's who you
So
be
that's
with. That's how I learned. That's how I learned.
Oh, my brother, social media.
That's how I learned.
So a lot of people don't understand that social media can be dangerous and it can be
That's how I
a
learned
lot of
who was in my
information.
corner for
Can
me
the brother hear me?
when I ain't have nothing. My woman. At the end of the, and that's why I put her on the
That's the building
pedestal.
P. Can this brother hear me?
stop, Mari. No,
You
you
know. But
messing
I
with
pass
me.
I passed the mic back over to Peanut Nola 504 Big Chief.
I was wondering if you can hear me, brother.
He must not can't hear me.
Can you hear me? Can anybody on the panel hear me?
I can hear your potato head.
Okay, because Mr.
Can
Potato
y'all hear
Head was
Peanut?
keep Mr. Potato Head was going. He was going, going,
Maybe
going. Anyway, what a lot of people don't understand is this
I'm trying to
relationships.
see if I can hear Purple, I can hear Feet, but I just can't hear him.
Could y'all tell him I can hear him?
He can hear you. 504. You just can't hear him for some reason. You might need to go out and come back
Might
in.
have to back out and come back in.
All right.
But what
Okay,
I
well,
was going to say is why it's so important that we invest into our kids because, like, with things being as hard as they are now, especially with the things going on with the coronavirus, we have to really support our families and be there for them because in some areas it's easy to get jobs, and other areas, like in my area right now, it's still not that way right now because a lot of stuff still hasn't opened up yet. So we have to, make sure that we're investing into our kids because a lot of people really forgot how important it is to invest into our children. Our children are the future. And if we want to have a strong black family, then we definitely need to make sure we're investing our time and stuff into that.
well, first of all, sister, we have to learn how to build or buy land, and this is what's wrong with black people. We have to take up a lot of land, and the fact is, if we're
Mhm.
going to be powerful black people, we have to buy up the streets. We have so many
I agree.
um, minorities. We have so many minorities that are from out of country that like Koreans and Arabs that are dominating the business sector. Now they're selling liquor and they're destroying our community at a low there. If you go in many poor environments, they are selling liquor cheap, and there are and you go into a middle class environment, even rich environment, they don't sell that kind of liquor. So what I'm trying to tell you is we have to
Mhm.
buy up our streets, we have to buy up our communities,
All
and how
right.
and we have to also support more banks that are black owned, and a lot of things that we're doing there, like in Mississippi. I'm from born and raised from New Orleans. After Katrina, I moved to South Mississippi. I have a lot of land, so I buy up a lot of lots. If you want power, if you're going to get power, you have to start buying land. If you want businesses and everything, and I noticed that a lot of black people lack a lot of businesses and lack a lot of land. We got to start going with credit. We got to teach our kids with credit. We didn't. My mama and my dad didn't teach me about credit when I was young. All we did was just go out and buy. We have to teach our kids how to establish credit. We have to teach we are far behind when it come down to our nation of people. We are very
Well,
far behind. We have to learn how to build our credit. Stop buying vehicles, buy homes, because vehicles depreciate. And this is what we don't understand. We are steady. Our kids are steady out here buying nice cars. But once they miss payments, they're destroying their credit. And we don't understand that we can build from the bottom sector to get to the top sector.
well, I do have an announcement to make, people. I have officially started my own business and working to figure out some things, but I started my own business.
Good job.
Now I'm also gonna, once I figure out everything, I'm gonna pass it on to my daughter's boyfriend so he can continue and duplicate myself. Because notice,
Sis, when you're not talking, sis, put yourself on the mute, because we're hearing a lot of your background. That this is what the Fundi Fees audience is telling me. They're saying that they're hearing a lot of your background, sis. Thank you so much. What I want to tell you is this: your oppressor will never love you. I want you to understand this as I start to close, and I give it to Fundi Fee. I want you to understand, and I want to thank you, Fundi, for this platform.
It's
And
my
I and I
pleasure, brother.
and it's I just want to tell you, you are an outstanding person. You're legendary to me, in my opinion.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
and I want you to understand is this: that what people don't understand is this: your oppressor will never love you more than you. If they did so much to take your name away, your language, your history, why would you think they would love you more than you? And we have to understand that everything, whether you believe me, Master Fundi Fee, 504 Brother, Sister Purple, you have to contest everything that you ever hear. You cannot go on in your life believing the words of people without receipts. You cannot go on hearing the words of what the white man have taught us so long. You have to remember it was the same white man who influenced and have told the story that Sambo was great and Uncle Tom was bad. See, I want you to
Amen,
understand
brother.
that
I'm reading that book
that when
right
Uncle,
now.
yes,
Amen.
when Uncle Tom has been told in the stories that he was told as an Uncle Tom that he was a deceiver. And none of you guys don't want to dig up and read. and understand that it was Uncle Tom who fled and he saved 100 slaves. And I want you to understand that Sambo said, Master, are you sick? I'm sick too, Master. See, these are the things, the difference between these black men that you want, one that you look as the low, because Sambo was blind in his left eye. As we educate ourselves and we listen to the great master Fundi Fee, because she's going to write another book, I want you to understand that history has been told backwards. History has been told as a lie. So everything that you do, you teach your kids to dispute it. When they go to school, dispute. Everything in life is not a fact. It's not a fact that you came from Africa. It's not a fact that you are, that you are called black when you are not black. There's no such thing as black or white. That you are another shade of brown, that the white man is another shade of brown. There's not a possible way that a human could be black or white. Dispute life.
Actually, correction on that. There is a way legally. When you declare yourself black, you're basically declaring that you don't exist.
Well,
So
we
there's
was not declared as humans.
right.
And what I'm trying to display to the audience, and I want them to understand, is that contest everything that you have heard from people, because even your grandmother, your grandfathers, not all were wise. Not everybody knew what they know. Some of them didn't know how to read or write. Some are wiser than others. Master Funifi had a grandparent that taught. She had to get that knowledge from somebody, because boy, she wise. So what I'm trying to tell you is, not you got to remember one thing, Funifi, that we all gonna get old. Nature boy got to get old,
Yes,
because when
sir.
he get old, when he gets old, that doesn't mean that he's wise.
True.
We have a lot of old motherfuckers out here, like, and I don't want to call a name towards you, but we got old people who are fools.
Like my grandma
And
used to say, "Ain't no
and
fool like a
yes,
fool."
and until we understand, age comes with experience, but it also, a young person who you ever heard of old souls? Young people who have old souls who are wiser than what you ever could. Where that child know all that shit from?
My mama
So
used to
don't
say it's a such
always
thing as an
believe,
old fool too.
right? And that don't always believe the shit that comes out of people's mouths. Investigate. Be a free thinker. And I'm gonna get off this panel, because I'm gonna tell you this. I just so much. I'm thankful for everybody on this panel. I'm thankful for, first of all, Master Fee. And I'm thankful for you, Sister Purple. And I'm thankful for
Thank
you, Brother 504, brother. Because it takes a lot of brave people to be able to talk. Everybody ain't built for talking. Everybody can't express themselves. It's a gift. Because see, the Most High gave everybody a gift. I want you to understand that every person that came from the Most High has a gift. There's nobody more special than you, because God loves everybody. Now, you may not believe in what I'm talking about, because I believe in spiritual. I don't believe in religion. But all you guys have a gift. And I love you all. I may not have met you all, but I love you guys. And I want to tell you, and I'm talking to your audience also. All
well, the
glory
truth
goes to the Most
definitely,
High. So I'm gonna
because I
mute. I'm
definitely
gonna mute
appreciate
myself, and I'm gonna let you guys have the show. Go ahead on. Back to the queen of this panel, Fundi Fee.
Well,
Good.
thank y'all so much for coming up. If you got any final comments, just go ahead and let them roll. But we're going to get on and get up out of here right quick. Thank you for everybody for coming through.
Yes,
This has
ma'am.
been another
Um,
fabulous He
the
Speaks.
greatest gift that you can give your children is the ability to critically think and to seek after knowledge and actually put it to use, and to let them know how much knowledge that you put to use is actually power. Knowledge is only as powerful as your ability to use it.
Amen.
Thank you, Master Fundifi.
Thank you, Purple, for coming. Get that baby a hug for me. Mr. 504, brother. You got anything to say for us? Clear us out,
Man,
bro.
I just wanna let everybody know I had a good time, first time for everything. So please, we need to do this again if we can. Make it we can have a bigger conversation, bigger point. I enjoyed myself. I want to give peace and blessings to you for even letting me come on your panel.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Y'all needed a show. I had time. Let's do it. Thank you, everybody, for gracing the show, especially you, Mr. 504, brother. It is your first time here. You have been an absolute delight. Come back whenever you like.
Yes, that's just everybody in the chat. Subscribe to everybody. Have a good time. We need to have a party on the weekend. Do this again whenever we can have just do it again because I enjoy positive vibes on. That's the new hashtag. And remember, the Black Dollar matters.
Amen. And you guys remember, please subscribe to each other. Navi Poet has some beautiful work on her page. Daughters of the Sea be doing her thing. I've seen a couple other people in here. You got O'Neill TV over there. You got Peanut, of course. And please, let's get Mr. 504 Brothers numbers up so we can trample over to his old room and tramp up over there and pitch a tent and talk to him about what's going on. We need everybody
Facts.
can eat and we want
Yes.
everybody to eat. Let's do this thing. Thank y'all for coming again. Mr. 504, you are more than welcome here anytime, brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, y'all know who this is. This is Master Fundi Fee. And I always got my ear to the street. My ear to the street. My ear to the street. Salam. Shalom. Inhutepu. Namaste. Hey, take care of yourself and you will take care of others. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. Please remember that this is a production by U University, put on by Master Fundi Fee and sponsored by Blitch's Brew. Head on over to www.masterfundifee.com. And if it's just to go over there, please do. I need the traffic. I love y'all. Get on out of here. Have a wonderful night. Again, thank you, Peanut Nola, for coming through. Thank you, 504, brother, for coming through. Thank you, Purple, for having you up on the panel. And again, get that baby great big hugs from us. Peace and blessings, y'all. Be good to yourselves and the world will be a better place. Peace.